Breaking now at 9, a shooting leads to an hours-long standoff in Prince George's County. We're live outside of a home where a suspected shooter continues to be barricaded inside.
And Mayor Bowser meets with families impacted by deadly flooding in D.C.
Certainly nothing I can say will bring their pets back.
But grieving pet owners had to say weeks after the district dog's tragedy.
And weather-wise, Adelia has pushed offshore. We still have storm surge concerns across the Carolinas. Closer to home, though, high pressure settling in. I have your 7-day forecast coming up.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Tasmeen Mahfouz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. We're following breaking news out of Prince George's County. Now at 9, residents in Fort Washington, they're sheltering in place right now because of a shooting inside of a home. Police have been on scene there for hours. The home is on Old Fort Road and Tall Timber Court. Police are asking everyone living in that area stay inside while police investigate. Our Yamarie Sase has been following the story all night long. And Yamarie, there's still a massive police presence out there right now.
Yeah, that's right. Still a very heavy police presence in this area in Fort Washington right now. I'm going to step out the way so you can take a look at the scene. Several police officers are around the area. They're asking everyone in the area to remain sheltered. This is an ongoing investigation. Now, PGPD is on the scene. Forest Heights Police Department is also on the scene. And so far, all we know is that this is a barricade situation. And the shooting did take place around 5:45 p.m. They say one adult is believed to be inside the home, and residents are encouraged to remain in the home for their safety. Now, I spoke to several residents out here, many confused, saying this is a very quiet area. They do not expect anything like this to happen. Some residents are very frustrated because they haven't been able to get into their home. This has been going on for nearly 4 hours of this moment. And I spoke to one man who actually heard the gunshots.
Then I heard like 3 or 4 shots. And then the police started reacting. They told me that there was an active shooter. I hope he gives up, but usually it doesn't end like that, especially when they shoot at police. But I mean, I think that's the best outcome, is that if he just gives up.
Still very limited information that we have from police right now, but there will be a media staging soon so we can get more of that and keep you informed of what's taking place right here in Fort Washington. For now, reporting in Fort Washington, Maryland, I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
Yamarie, thank you. So Prince George's County Police, they have closed off several streets in the area. Here's a list of those road closures. Prince George's County Police are asking drivers to avoid these areas on your screen while they investigate. Again, this is a breaking news story, and we'll pass along any information once we learn more.
All right, happening right now at 9, a water main break shuts down a road in the Annandale area of Fairfax County. This is new video just into our newsroom. You can see your crews trying to repair that sinkhole after a water main break flooded the street. This is happening in Annandale Road between Bryce and Poplar Streets. That area closed until further notice. All right, take a look here. This is Fairfax County Police sharing these photos of the water main break. This is when it first happened this afternoon. There's still no estimated time from when repairs will be finished. We have reached out to see if any customers are without water. So far, that is unclear. Well, starting tomorrow, D.C. kicks off its enforced juvenile curfew pilot program.
Yeah, so the program targets areas all across the district where police say there's been an increase in juvenile crime like robberies and carjackings over the summer. Our Marielle Carbone is live in Northwest D.C. for us tonight. And Marielle, if a kid was picked up on a curfew violation, they will not be brought to a police station.
Yeah, that's right. They won't. Instead, they'll be dropped off here or some other Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services facility. The whole idea is to get those police officers back out on the street while connecting those kids rather, and their families to the social services that they may need.
Honestly, sometimes you find a lot of the teenagers doing some riffraff by themselves.
And that's translating to a rash of youth crime across the district.
If you have some type of enforcement out here, it'll definitely make a difference.
Daynette Adams, Cruz, and Terrell Wilson live near the area of Benning Road and East Capitol Street Southeast. It's one of 7 areas the district is targeting with the new youth curfew pilot program.
I feel like it has the potential to help, but how will it be implemented? Like, how are people going to take it seriously?
Under the pilot, D.C. police can pick up kids in these focus areas who are caught out between the hours of 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. on weekdays and midnight and 6 a.m. weekends. They'll be dropped off at the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services instead of holding them at a police station until they can be reconnected with a parent in the morning.
Going to DYRS gives us the opportunity to have them connect with officials whose job it is to work with kids who are at risk.
If you do this now and the crime goes like to the morning, are you going to go put a curfew in the morning?
Still, many are skeptical and say the district should be addressing the root causes of crime instead.
Putting a curfew is actually like a cut on the head and then you put a band-aid on the feet.
And remember, this curfew is only for people under the age of 17. And there are some exceptions to this. That includes if the kid is out with a parent, if they're out for work, or if it's an emergency situation. Reporting live in Northwest D.C. tonight, I'm Marielle Carbone, D.C. News Now.
Mariel, thank you. All right, time for a first check on the forecast. The chief meteorologist, Janessa Webb.
Yeah, and Janessa, we haven't seen the end of Adelia just yet.
No, you still have a storm system that is churning out towards the Atlantic. It's allowing Virginia Beach, parts of the Carolinas to really get impacted with still high surf situation. Look how, though, this last band of moisture is going to continue to push offshore, and how it impacts our area is high surf concerns here. We're about to go into a holiday weekend, and our surfers, people that are going to the beach, look at all these coastal flood advisories. They stretch all the way up to New York City. And so for the next few hours, we're going to be watching Adelia continue to make its way across the region. Here's the latest from the National Hurricane Center. You can see it's not allowing our winds to kind of pick up at this current moment, but the latest track shows you it's going to be offshore, still dealing with tropical characteristics until about Saturday afternoon. So our beachgoers, if you are headed to Ocean City, definitely going to notice a high tide cycle and tides that are very high. Rip currents throughout the weekend definitely going to be an issue. Turks and Caicos to Bermuda is what we're really watching for with this storm system. Today will be kind of the last day we talk about this because really not going to be a big impact to the continental U.S. Very much longer. Clear skies for tonight. Tonight's going to be a chilly one, folks. You have high pressure that is moving in. By midnight, temperatures into the upper 60s. By around 4 a.m., we have many spots across the DMV going to be into the middle to upper 40s. I'll show you exact locations coming up.
All right, Janessa, thanks. Well, the Sunshine State picking up the pieces from Hurricane Adelia. You're looking at video of Cedar Key, Florida, that area not far from the Big Bend region where Adelia made landfall Wednesday. So far, officials have not confirmed any hurricane-related deaths. 2 people, though, were killed in separate weather-related crashes hours before the hurricane passed through. And if you're heading to Florida this Labor Day weekend, make sure you check in directly with your airline. The FAA says cancellations are happening beyond the areas hit the worst. That being said, most airports have already reopened or plan to. And if you're driving down, take a look here. This is an example of certainly what not to do. This car driving through flooded streets after the hurricane, certainly not advised. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Another concern, well, Adelia raised gas prices. Short answer, well, not for us. Outside the Southeast, AAA says when it comes to gas prices that they're not likely to increase because of the storm. Down in the impacted areas, though, they may be temporary shortages and also price increases because of port closures and damaged roads. AAA says, however, if future storms hit Texas or Louisiana, gas prices could spike.
And Mayor Bowser met with the families of the dogs that died in flash flooding at District Dog Daycare in Northeast D.C. The group met for about an hour talking about a wide range of issues. Our Daniel Hamburg is joining us live tonight. And Daniel, how are the families feeling after today's meeting?
Well, Tasmin, overall, the families said that they did feel that their concerns and requests were heard by the mayor, but there are some areas where they say they still want more action on, including the district's 911 center. Today, the district dog signs were taken down where 10 dogs died in flash flooding on August 14th. After repeatedly asking to meet, the families of those dogs sat down with Mayor Bowser today. Before the closed-door meeting, Bowser said her job was to listen to the families.
Certainly nothing I can say will bring their pets back. It is unfortunate tragedy, and I'm sure they are experiencing a lot of loss and pain.
I will say she was very gracious, and she gave us as much time as we needed to share all of our concerns with her and all of our requests.
Those who lost their dogs asked for landscaping to be installed along Rhode Island Avenue to collect stormwater runoff.
It's unfortunate that it took this situation to have these type of conversations, but glad they're happening now, and we're hoping to get the feedback and follow-up that we're looking for.
They talked about the Department of Health working on draft regulations for pet boarding facilities, and of course the ongoing issues with OUC, where errors led to a delayed response that day.
Our request was that the mayor or the council, initiate a 911 task force, an independent body, to look at all of the problems that people have had with OUC over the last several years. I didn't get the sense that there was a commitment to do that.
Now, the Department of Buildings did post a danger placard the day of the flood, meaning nobody could go inside the building or occupy that space. Now, as for any future potential use, the Department of Buildings officials say that new use of the space will be subject to a new certificate of occupancy review to ensure safety against enhanced flood risk. In the newsroom, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. And also tonight, a tow truck driver is dead after a 4-car crash on I-95 in Prince George's County that led to significant backups. So the crash happened at Powder Mill Road around noon. State police say the tow truck driver was hit while helping a stranded driver on the shoulder of the road. The striking vehicle hit a second car, a Honda, which then hit a tractor trailer. The driver of the Honda was taken to the hospital, but the tow truck driver died at the scene. Now, just as a reminder, it is now law in Maryland to move over when approaching any stopped or parked car, flashing warning signals.
It's very important, even if you can't move over, to slow down, reduce your speed, to give safe space to those at the side of the roadway.
So police have not released the name of the tow truck driver or said whether or not anyone will face charges.
Meanwhile, the investigation continues into a deadly wrong-way crash of the Greyhound bus in Howard County. Police say a Howard County man is driving on the wrong side of Route 32 near 95 this morning when he hit a bus full of passengers. The bus driver and 17 passengers are injured, although are expected to recover. Police have identified the SUV driver who died as 37-year-old Samuel King of Columbia.
All right, so if you plan to drive toll-free on the I-66 express lanes, just make sure you have at least 3 people in the car. So Virginia State Police is cracking down on HOV rules on I-66 outside the Capitol Beltway. Drivers will notice increased patrols now through tomorrow. And to qualify for HOV lanes, you must have an Easy Pass Flex transponder set to on and at least 3 people in your car. Now, violators can face a hefty fine.